Hello Virgo, thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I already shuffled. Virgo, what do we have? This is dragging through to the end. Okay. That's it? Okay. Alright, let me just grab my... Okay. Now, the energy here, when you're coming into this, I feel like same stuff, different day. You can put that, usually a different word instead of stuff in there, but same stuff, different day. You've got the Strength card going into this. Kind of like, I don't feel like you're expecting a lot, really, but you're putting in the effort. You are putting in the effort. You got the Strength there. You're putting in the effort, but you're just kind of like, same stuff, different day. It's just kind of, that's how it feels. And there's a lot of resistance around you is what I'm getting. In the actual situation, not a lot seems to be changing. It seems very stagnant. This is going into it, but this seems to be like, it might be, well, this is how you're going into it. Okay. The next thing we're coming into, things are kind of changing. You got sovereignty here. You got justice coming in and affecting the situation. Like somebody's changing things. And I'm getting like somebody, like this person around you, like I don't feel like it's justice for you. I feel like it's justice for all. So for everybody involved, there's something changing here that's supposed to be good for everybody. Sovereignty is like someone's being protected in a sense. It's almost like there's a situation where I don't really feel like you're looking to cause a problem with it, but there's a little bit of disruption there. I don't feel anybody arguing, but I feel like there's boundaries being set. Like, there's boundaries being set. People aren't allowed to come at certain people. People are being talked to behind the scenes. The sovereignty makes me feel like somebody's being protected, quite frankly. And I'm getting the way you're viewing it is kind of like, well, it's not really making things better, but it's not making things worse. Again, same stuff, different day. But I see what's going on in the environment is there's a lot of worry about what's coming next, and a lot of like disassociation. I want to say it's not seeing things the way they really are. It's people getting over upset about something that really isn't warranted. And again, I'm getting your like it really doesn't matter that much. There's no need to get that upset about it. Feel on your side, same stuff, different day. It seems like there's a lot going on around you. And I don't want to say that you're apathetic to it, but you're just kind of like, it doesn't need to be that big a deal. I feel like that's your attitude towards it. Like, it doesn't need to be that big a deal. Let's just talk it out. Let's just deal with it. Let's just, But if it becomes to, like, the fact that it is becoming quite revved up with some people, it's kind of like, this happens. Now, as it keeps going forward, it's funny, the way this is going is interesting to me. The World card is popping in, like a big change is coming. The world is like, heralds in a whole new phase. A big change is coming, like a big change is coming. You don't look at, life isn't the same after as it was before. Like, things are done differently. And I'm getting like, a lot of people have worked at this situation to make it work out. There's some very calm energy going into this. Kind of like somebody's very protective of this situation. This isn't you. This is somebody around you. They're very protective. They're trying to keep everybody calm, trying to keep everybody from getting their feathers ruffled. Everything's just smoothed out. Everything's nice. Everybody's getting along. And a big change is coming in. Your reaction to this, again, is kind of like, well, I mean, it's a big change. It's weird because things are changing for you. You're a part of this change, but it's kind of like how it was before. You're like, I'm still putting in the same amount of effort. I'm still doing what I need to be. I think I'm still responsible for what I need to be responsible for. There's different things you're going to be responsible for, but you're like, I hold up my end of the bargain. That's what I do. People get upset, and they're going to keep getting upset. There's always this dynamic of left and right. It just keeps going like that. It is what it is. Now, you've got this, the Five of Swords drags all the way to the end. There's good and bad. It's kind of like everything seems to be to you, like for everything good that happens, there's a counterweight to everything that happens. I do think you're affected by it, and I do feel you kind of going into it and going with the changes, but I'm also feeling like everything that goes well, there's something equally not that good balancing it off every time. And I'm getting, as this change comes in, there's a lot of shock. There's a lot of people shocked, and they're kind of thrown off by it. The Tower card is telling me there's a lot of people thrown off by it, and I'm getting like, there's not a lot of like arguments, but there's a lot of people talking behind the scenes to each other. There's not a lot of infighting. Like, people seem to be just backing off and talking amongst themselves about these changes and the shock that they're seeing. But what I'm getting from you is you're seeing it happen, but you're like, well, it's a big change. This is going to happen. There's a lot of good coming from it, but there's a lot of bad that's going to happen with people not really wanting to accept that change. I'm getting, again, like that Five of Swords drags the whole way through. It's just kind of like, for everything good, there's something equally bad. It's just the whole way through. For those of you this is going to hit for, I feel like you see this big change coming forward. And you're wondering like if this is going to be a good thing or a not good thing. Is there going to be a bad change coming from this? Is there, like, what is actually coming forward is kind of the feel. I'm getting like, when this is all said and done, it will be good. When it's all said and done, it will get to the point where a very positive change has happened. But I feel like you're just kind of rolling with it and slowly getting used to it, and you're seeing the negative balance out the positive here. And I don't feel like you're getting overexcited about it. I feel like you're just taking it moment by moment, and I feel like that's the good thing to do. Other people around you may get upset, but I feel like this might be why you're really looking. There's no fighting going on here. There's just people like saying their comments to each other, people who are on the same page, like, oh yeah, did you see what happened there? Yep, I'm not surprised. I feel like those comments between people, you're wondering if anything's going to blow up. I feel like that's for the people that are really drawn to this and this is really hitting for. Are things going to explode, or are things going to smoothly transition? I'm getting it's not going to be the smoothest of transitions, but like there's going to be little comments behind the scenes between people on the same wavelength. But nothing, like, I don't feel any big fights or big blowouts. I don't see anything like that happening. Sooner or later, it will be good, but it's going to be long. It's going to be a ways out there. So it's not bad. I just feel you kind of, like, slowly going with it, like, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, well, here we go. Same stuff, different day. The whole way through. It seems like that. The whole way through. All right, well, that's what it is. All right, well, I'm going to shut that down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.